Do you struggle swinging off the ball? Or are you a right post golfer, right pivot golfer that doesn't know how to load up your trail leg well? This drill is for you. This moving pad is for you. Let's jump into this video and show you how you can learn how to load up that right side better. So a lot of golfers come and see me and they have a hard time with how to create an effective pivot. And what we have to understand first is that we all don't pivot the same. Some pivot a little more forward, some pivot a little to the right, and we're all a little bit different in how we have to do that to create an effective load into our back leg. And the more your pivot shifts to your right side when you rotate, the more you should pressure down on that right side as you rotate. And again, too many golfers think that that's what they have to do. I personally don't have to push down into my right side as hard as I have to, so this drill is not a great drill for me. And so if you just watch yourself do a simple helicopter and rotate, and if you see when I do mine, as I twist, my pivot goes slightly left as I rotate. It does not pivot to the right as I rotate. And so because of that, this drill is not meant for me. So just do that quick screen real fast and see if this applies to you before you throw all that hate down in the comment section below about how it doesn't work. But if you're a swayer of the ball, this is still a great drill. And so a lot of times when people pressure the ground wrong, they pressure it because they're trying to slide over onto their right side. Well, what if I told you that was wrong? We don't want to slide to the right. A lot of golfers who slide to the right are creating the lateral force in that direction, and it's too much for them to come back from. And so it looks a little something like this. They'll end up sliding over here, and then they kind of try to tomahawk it back to the golf ball. Usually ends up pretty ugly. Or they'll slide over to the right, stay there, and chop at it. The reason why I say they don't understand how to create the right pressure trace is that we're not trying to laterally get over onto our right foot. We're trying to push down on our right foot as we make our backswing. We're not trying to slide and bump. We're trying to push our foot into the ground downward. So this is where our moving pad comes in. This moving pad's awesome. It's really cheap on Amazon. You can use it if you have a move coming up. You can write it off later. So on the carpet, it works a lot better than outside. But on this carpet, it's a frictionless surface. So, or very little friction. So we don't have to worry about, when we push down, the pad getting stuck like we would if we're out in the grass where it will stick. So this is a great drill for inside. So what you're trying to do is if you're a swayer of the ball, more often than not, you're going to see your foot start to slip out on you. Or if you're not really strong to create internal rotation into your trail hip, this is another great way for you to feel it because you have to have good vertical pressure down in order to load up that back leg. And so you get to the top, we don't want it to twist out. We don't want it to slide out. And you get to the top of that backswing, you're trying to push straight down on that leg. Doesn't mean you have to have flex. We're just trying to push straight down on that trail leg so that way we're not swaying off the ball. But if I drew a line just outside my hip, that pressure down would keep my leg on that line and not sliding through it. So again, not something we want to do making downswings because this will slip out from underneath us as we start our downswing transition, but it's a good way to rehearse our backswing. So you get loaded up, pivot onto that right leg, and now you're sitting on that right foot. You now have the option to slide your pressure to the left, slide the pressure to the left, and rotate. What we don't want to do, and this is your classic over-the-topper, is get right, stand on that right foot, and come over. Now, where I have seen that beneficial is if you are a golfer who tends to slide too far to the left in your downswing, this will help you reduce that because now you have more pressure on your right foot longer, and as you keep that pressure on that right foot longer, it'll delay when you get left. So again, wouldn't do this in the downswing. Just get it to the top, feel that pressure on that right foot, so that way when you get the plate out of the way, you reset, you're comfortable getting that pressure into that right leg. You should feel yourself being able to push down now without worrying about your ankle rolling. You get that push down, you can really start hammering some irons. So again, this little movers pad really helps give you that feel because now if you rotate your femur too much in your swing, right? And you make that backswing, your first move is this, because you're too weak in here or not strong enough to support it. You now have something to work on as you try to turn into that trail leg. But also, if you push too much laterally off your front foot, this mover's pad will slide, and then you know you're swaying, as opposed to taking the pressure off your left foot and pushing down with it on your right foot. That's more what we're looking for. So again, if all things go well, you're a right post golfer, this is kind of a great drill for you to get a sense of. You load up that right leg, you're pushing down on that right leg, you keep a line straight off your right hip, you get to the top and rock it out. But again, that's not me, so I'm going to do the best I can to mock you. So if you like that tip, give it a try. Get yourself a moving pad, paper plate, something that's frictionless or less friction so you can slide around a little bit, get a taste for what it's like to lose that ability to push down the ground, and you have to push straight down, and we're trying not to push laterally. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Leave a comment below. Tell them what you're looking for. Tell them what you liked. Till then, talk to you soon.